What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the IRONMAN 70.3 series. We're on episode 5, I'm pretty sure. We're heading out for a ride this morning. I'm going to catch up with my mate Lockie, so we're going to meet him soon. It's 10 past 5 in the morning. I haven't been getting up this early. Luckily, it's not too cold, but we're going to meet up with him. We're doing a 2-hour, 45-minute bike ride, and then we're going to come back and jump into a run straight off the bike. Should be a good day. I am on the road bike again, but I think later on this video I'm going to jump on the TT bike for a session as well, because I haven't filmed much with that, and a few of you guys have been asking more TT content, so let's get this bit of training done today, and then I'll show you guys that later on. But let's go before I'm late. So we just stopped for a quick toilet break. This dog over here just came and said hey, wanted a pat. The boys, they're cruising still. I'm going to turn back in a minute. I think they're going to turn soon, but I've gone a little bit fast, to be honest, and I was just kind of going to cruise it today until we get to Tomwin. So I've gone past the Tomwin turn-off. I'm going to turn back now. We're going to fly up it. Alright, Tomwin is done. I can already see down in New South Wales. Well, I think we're pretty much in New South Wales here. It looks very cold down there, so we're going to zip the vest, or I think some people around the world call it a gillet or something. I don't know. I call it a vest. But we're going to have a little bit of fuel. Probably a go bar. Sorry, not a go bar, a go gel, a couple lollies, and then descend down here. And you guys know, I hope I'm not being too repetitive on these rides, because this is just like the best kind of route for me to go near my house. Not much traffic lights, good amount of climbing. So you guys let me know if you need me to switch up the routes and you want to see something else. But time to descend, which it's very sketchy down here. I did it last week and it was wet. It's bad enough when it's dry, but when it's wet, bloody hell. I think you would have seen in my other video, cars, people just drive like maniacs around here, especially down like near this countryside type of bit. Just like guys in utes. It's always guys in utes. So be friendly to cyclists. Like, I understand some people ride like idiots, but just try to give cyclists as much space as possible, especially if there's no one around. You got plenty of room, because the worst thing is when you can clearly see there's 2 lanes, there's no cars around, and a car's trying to get super close to you. It's just like putting people's lives at risk, which it's just not worth it, especially if you clip someone on a bike and something bad happens. So just don't do it, which I'm sure you guys that watch my videos wouldn't be those type of people. But all right, let's do it. 6.5k run off the bike. Let's do it. All right, that is the run done. That was probably the best run off the bike that I've ever done. It just felt really controlled, 4:01 per kilometer, but like heart rate was kind of around that 160 range or like just under, and just felt comfortable and easy. No cramping whatsoever. So yeah, I've had a few issues lately with runs off the bike, just probably going way too hard from the get-go and just cramping after like 4 kilometers or so. So that was really good, felt unreal. I'm going to grab a coffee and then head back home, and I might go through this full kind of week of training from last week, let you guys know what kind of training split I've been doing and stuff like that. So guys, I've had a few questions lately about what kind of training split I'm currently doing, and also I thought while I go through that, it'd just be best to probably go through a full week of training. Now, last week, I would say I'm pretty sure is the biggest week of training I've ever done. Ended up being 18 hours. It was 60 kilometers of running, 300 kilometers of cycling, 3 gym sessions, and I think around 5.5 Ks of swimming. So I thought it'd be great to go through that training, or at least briefly go through when I did all those sessions throughout last week. Now this is going to be my training split probably for the rest of prep. It's just going to vary with how much volume I've got in here. It changes slightly week to week with kind of if I'm doing a running session on a Sunday, or it's just going to be relatively easy run. It just depends how much fatigue I've got from the rest of the training throughout the week. So let's start off from Monday, obviously. So Monday is kind of like my easier kind of recovery day, and I never used to have full rest days. I'd always like to start every day with either a run or ride or something like that. But with all the training that I'm doing at the moment, I really can't wait for Monday morning, which I just use as a bit of a sleep-in kind of day. So yeah, no alarm, just wake up a little bit later, try to get 9-10 hours sleep. So Monday morning, we start off with just nothing in the morning, just to sleep in, no run, no ride, no swim. But in the PM, the afternoon, I do a gym session. So that's the first gym session of the week. Upper body pull workout. Nothing crazy. Rep ranges around that 6 to 8. I'm not going in there trying to absolutely destroy my body. Just going in there to obviously build strength, maintain my physique and stuff like that. So that's Monday. Tuesday, in the morning, we've got a Swift session, so bike session on the trainer. I probably could do this outside, but it's pretty much the way Jack, as my coach, has kind of designed it. It's for the trainer, so it's just easy to jump on there. I've got my FTP set already, so it just goes through the different power zones. And it's usually a really good workout, but at the moment it's only around an hour to an hour 20. Like yesterday it was an hour 15, so nothing crazy, just with a lot of good intensity and a good way to start the week. 12 kilometer easy run on the same day, just somewhere throughout the day. It's not a run off the bike, just an hour of kind of running. And then in the afternoon, or at some stage throughout the day, also a 2.3 kilometer swim. And this is the swimming. Now I do have set kind of sessions like I went through with you guys in the last video. So every single kind of pool session is a workout type of thing. So that's Tuesday, three sessions that day. Wednesday, 2.5 hours or like 72 kilometers on the bike. Now the Tuesday ride is usually SE, which I think stands for like seated efforts. Basically what Jack's put in my notes is just find a hilly route, which I usually go the Tomwin kind of ride that I did this morning. And yeah, find some hills, stay seated, and just really kind of build the legs, and yeah, get used to kind of sitting down and pushing and holding decent power. After that, we do have a run off the bike. So last week that was 6Ks. Obviously today it was 6.5. That will vary with kind of, if there's any efforts in there, but it's usually around like a tempo kind of pace, just to get obviously the legs accustomed to running straight after a ride. PM that same day, which this is pretty much going through today as well, lower body gym session. Now, I had someone comment on my video saying that I should do my lower body strength on a different day. I feel like it's all preference, and for me, I feel like to get the most out of my riding and the rest of my week, I feel like this is the best day and best time to kind of do it. Like I said, everyone's different, but the strength sessions, as you'll see, aren't anything crazy or ridiculous. They're just same thing, maintaining some strength and muscle on the physique. So that is Wednesday done. Another kind of 3 sessions. Thursday is a running workout in the morning. So last video I kind of showed you guys one of those. So it'll vary from different kind of stuff. In the afternoon will be another swimming session at the pool. So just the 2 sessions for that day, but usually that Thursday kind of morning running session is pretty spicy and pretty quick. So that's Thursday. Friday is just an easy ride. Now last week I took the TT bike out, nothing crazy, just kind of getting a feel for it. I just went to the end of Currumbin Valley and back. It was about an hour 45 or something like that, and around 55 kilometers, but nothing crazy, just kind of like an easier kind of ride to just get more volume in there. And then Friday afternoon, we've got a push workout at the gym, so upper body session. So that's Monday through to Friday. Saturday and Sunday is where the big days come in. Saturday, the ride that I did do, I had scheduled 4 hours. I ended up doing nearly 4 hours 30. It was about 130 kilometers. I did get a puncture halfway and I couldn't inflate it, so I had to come home. Well, luckily I was pretty close to home. So I came home, swapped that out, went back out. That had some efforts in there as well. So I think I had 20 minutes at like 250 watts, 15 minutes at 260, and then like 5 minutes at 270 or something like that. That was near the end of the ride, and then came back home after that and did a little run off the bike with a few efforts as well. That was only 4 kilometers. So that was Saturday. After that, pretty big morning of training. That was it for the day. And then Sunday, legs were pretty cooked because I did have the efforts on the bike. So ended up just doing 23 kilometers with the group, with Jack and a few of the other Source Performance boys. Did 23 kilometers, just relatively easy pace, and then in the afternoon we met up for an open water swim. I still haven't got a wetsuit. I'm in the process of getting one sorted, but I kind of just had the buoyancy shorts on. To be honest, it wasn't the best session at all. Open water, I definitely need to get a wetsuit and just get more comfortable with it, because I'm feeling good and fast in the pool now. Really need to get those same kind of paces while I'm in the open water as well, because that's what I'm going to be doing for Sunshine Coast. So I'll be doing that every Sunday, and hopefully have a wetsuit soon and get better at that. But that is the full week of training. Obviously everyone's session, like with this much training, and if you're training for a 70.3 or a full Ironman, everyone's going to be different. As you guys know, this is part of my job, kind of documenting all of this kind of stuff.
I can be out more during the day. I don't have to kind of wake up at 3 a.m. and do something super early. But yeah, I am fortunate, I'm lucky for that, and I don't take it for granted. But you guys, you might have to have a different kind of schedule. Hopefully this has been a bit of a help so you guys can see kind of how I've broken up my week and why it is how it is. I would suggest, doing, if you have the weekend off work, doing your bigger sessions on the weekend, and then maybe having that Monday as a bit of a recovery day like I do. Usually everyone kind of does their bigger sessions on the weekend, so it's good to get out with friends and stuff like that, because those long rides and long runs can be pretty daunting and take a long time. So if you can do them with other people, then definitely try to do it. But hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to go head off for a lower body strength session. Let's do it. That is the lower body strength session done. It was a tough one. I really feel it on these kind of days, like these Wednesdays are big days. But we got through it. Another day of training done. Gonna go home now. Got a few things to do at home. Got a few check-in calls with clients. I think Katie wants to go wash the dogs as well. So hopefully we can squeeze that in somewhere there. And then we'll cook up some dinner as well. But I'll see you guys at home. Post-workout meal going down. I've got a yogurt bowl. So just Greek yogurt mixed with BPN, choc peanut butter, whey protein. And I've got some granola here and also about a teaspoon or tablespoon of this peanut butter. And this stuff is actually unreal. So that will be the post-workout meal. All right, we made it to the end of the valley. The main reason I don't ride the TT much when I film for YouTube, it's just it's hard. Like if you're trying to stay in that aero position, it's just tough to film at the same time. But we got a few clips.
averaging around 180 to 190 watts, a little bit higher than what I need it to be, but it seems to just be a gradual uphill all the way down to this end spot at Currumbin Valley. And it was also a little bit of headwind today as well, so we're not going that fast so far, but probably putting in a little bit of extra effort. But on the way back, should have a good tailwind, and it's mostly kind of downhill as well, so we'll pick up the pace with half the effort. Had a package come in from MAP the other day. Already had this vest. I wore it on Wednesday when I filmed the other ride, but this is a smaller size. This fits a little bit better, and then we got this long sleeve on as well. But I'm gonna have a go bar, I think, and then we're gonna head home. Alright guys, obviously back inside now, had some breakfast and stuff before. Got a haircut yesterday as well, and it's super short, especially faded down the bottom, but I don't mind it, something different. But got a new barber down this end of the coast, so I don't have to go back to Southport. And yeah, just getting a feel of things. Like, you know, usually takes a few haircuts to kind of get it dialed in, and then you're sweet. But yeah, I don't mind it. What do you guys think? But ride went good. I had someone wanted me to kind of talk about the main differences between the TT bike and the road bike. Road bike, obviously great for all round kind of riding, great for climbing, well, especially if it's lightweight and stuff. So yeah, if you're comparing my Trek Amonda to like the speed concept, so the road bike compared to the time trial bike, yeah, one's just like an all-round kind of bike. I feel like it's the road bike is kind of more comfortable. Obviously, you want to be pretty comfortable in the aero position on a TT bike, but it's still just more comfortable to ride for a long amount of time on the standard kind of road bike. And yeah, you can do more climbing, a variety of kind of different riding. The TT bike is built to go fast, but it's kind of built to go fast on flat kind of road. Because you are in that TT kind of position, or the aero kind of position, the longer you can hold that, the faster you're going to go. You pretty much just slice through the wind and stuff like that when you're in that position. So that's the whole main idea with the time trial bike, is to kind of be as aerodynamic as possible and to just cut through that wind and slice through. But yeah, that's kind of the main differences. As you'll probably see, like I can hold, especially for a ride that's relatively flat down Currumbin Valley, I can hold much quicker kind of speed without as much effort, especially with the tailwind on the way back. Like today, I could not believe how quickly I got back from the end of the valley. I think it took me nearly an hour to get to the end of the valley, and it took me about maybe 45 minutes to get back, just because I had a good tailwind and I was just absolutely flying. And yeah, when you're in that aero position and you have a good tailwind and you're on smooth kind of good road, like you'll go 40 to 50 k's an hour relatively easy. But yeah, loving the bike. I've only been riding the TT bike around once a week. I will, as we start to get closer to the race, ride on it a lot more. But like I said, for those longer kind of 4.5 hour rides, it's just a bit more comfortable to have the road bike. And especially if I'm doing a heap of climbing and stuff like that, it's just yeah, it's just better to be on the road bike. It's still obviously building the strength in the legs and stuff, but as we get closer to the race, I will want to get more comfortable on the TT bike, just dial in on everything, because you want to, in the race, be able to stay in that aero position for as long as possible, because it is tough. You do get a little bit of discomfort occasionally. So if you can be really used to it as much as possible and hold that position for 95% of the race, then obviously, yeah, it's going to be more speed for like the same amount of power. Either way, you're going to probably try to hit these power numbers. That I'll have a goal for how much power I kind of want to hold, but the speed will also come down to how aero you can be and how much you can hold that position. But yeah, a little bit of breakdown of the TT bike and all that stuff. I also had, I'll just come over here, the Garmin radar on today. I only just got this, and it also has, you can kind of see there, it's like a 3D printed thing that goes over around the seat post, which I ordered separately, just because, yeah, same idea. It's just a better way of fitting that to the back. I have ordered another one for the Trek as well. I mean, the Amonda for the seat. So yeah, the radar, I did have like a radar with a camera, but it was just too big and bulky. But the thing is, on the TT bike, you want to be, when you are in that aero position, it's very hard to kind of look over your shoulder compared to on a road bike. So yeah, if you can see on your bike computer, if you've never used one, it pretty much shows on your bike computer when there's cars coming up behind you, which is great, because then you can just kind of concentrate on looking straight down, and you don't have to listen out for cars and stuff. It will show you when a car is 10, 20, 30 meters behind you. Worked really well this morning, so really happy with that. Shout out to Garmin. Garmin have always been a huge supporter of me for the last few years. So yeah, something like that they sent out, and yeah, I appreciate their support and stuff, because yeah, all of this gear is not expensive. So yeah, I appreciate people that kind of help me out with it. But yeah, if you want one of those, definitely a great investment. But that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. It's Friday. I'm going to try get this video out tonight. I'm going to go to gym quickly and then edit this video. So if you're watching this video on a Friday, I managed to get it all edited and get it out. But I appreciate you guys watching. I think that's episode 5 for the half Ironman prep. We're getting close. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one.